Tonight in my lab, we're brewing up something wickedly beautiful, a potion that'll stain your lips and your cheeks like you've literally just been kissed by a vampire. This isn't a lip gloss. This is a lip and cheek stain that is long lasting. And yes, this is gonna be sciencey, but I promise it's easy enough that even a non-witch can make it. Let's whip up the spell. So like every good potion, every ingredient has a purpose. So let's go over the ingredients you're going to need. You need some distilled water. You can get this at any grocery store. Glycerin, it helps hydrate the lips. Butylene glycol or propylene glycol, this helps moisturize the lips. Polymul's polymeric emulsifier. You could also use PVP or some other kind of acrylates. This is the magic ingredient that is actually going to help stain your skin with the pigments. But if you want to keep things natural, you can use just TaraGum. It won't be as staining, but I am also going to add this in along with the Polymul's polymeric emulsifier to help increase the viscosity to make it a bit thicker. And if you want to make yours thicker, you can increase the percentage of this. Even though I may be a witch, I can't protect from any microbes or bacteria, so make sure you add in a preservative as well. Finally, for a colorant, you just want to make sure your colorant is lip safe and it's water soluble. I will have all the ingredients and equipment you need. There will be an entire ideas list for this specific project, and it will make shopping for everything you need super easy. Link below. Start with phase A and combine your glycerin, butylene glycol, your Polymul's polymeric emulsifier, and TaraGum in a sanitized bowl. Mix up the powders until they dissolve, and in another container, add in your distilled water. Then pour your first phase into the distilled water while mixing. And when I made a really tiny batch of this, I was able to hand mix it, but with a 100-gram batch I made here, I needed to use an immersion blender to mix it up. So I recommend getting one of these to mix everything together to break up the powder. The immersion blender will cause a lot of air to go into the formula, so you will see some froth on the top, but that is okay. Just continue with the formula and then make sure you add in your preservative. If you need to let it sit overnight to let the froth go away, you can. And now I'm adding in my colorant. If you're using a powdered pigment, mix that with the glycerin and butylene glycol first before adding it into your formula. And once you have your pigment evenly mixed in, if you still have some froth on the top, cover it with some plastic wrap and let it sit overnight. But if there are no bubbles left, go ahead and use some syringes to package up your lip stain. You might have a small enough opening and a small enough funnel that you can just pour it in, but a syringe definitely makes it the easiest to get into your container. And over on Amazon, I also created another ideas list with all kinds of different lip packaging. Not all of them will work for this project, but I linked to all kinds of different ones that you guys can shop through that I thought were really cool. Now, I decided to package my lip and cheek stain in these, I would call wider lip gloss tubes. They have a lot bigger of an opening. So if you get these, you might actually get to avoid buying the syringes, and you can probably pour it in there. I really love how these have larger doe foots, and it just makes it easier for application. And these are the types of lip gloss containers I prefer personally. And make sure you add in the stopper on top or else it will leak. That's so important to do. And seriously, it's that easy to mix up the spell. I told you even a non-witch can do it. It's simple enough. Now to use this on your lips, just swipe it on, and you can actually leave it to let it dry. That gets a darker shade, but I typically wipe it away. And if I want it darker, I just apply another layer. And I always recommend topping it with your favorite lip balm. For the cheeks, just dot a few dots on your cheeks and quickly blend it into your cheeks. And now you got a gorgeous blush. And yes, it does stain your fingers. I don't have a magic spell to prevent that. So if you guys want this exact formula and recipe, I will be sharing it over on my Patreon. The formula is available to members in the $5 tier. That is the blog and bonus video tier. You have access to all of my exclusive formulas I share over there. I have hundreds of formulas on there. Or if you don't have access to Patreon in your country, you can become a YouTube member and get on my exclusive website to get the formula. If you guys decide to make this yourself, tag me in it. I'm TaraLee Skincare on Instagram. Hope to see your creations and magical spells there. I'll see you guys for another spell that Luna and I are whipping up in my witch's lair. So come back next week to see that. See you then. Also, the whole time while making this video, I couldn't help but think about this small business on TikTok. They sell bloody lip tints. I'm always seeing them pop up on my page. So if you don't want to make your own, go check them out. Their name is Sushi Glow Cosmetics. They've just recently updated their packaging and they have all kinds of different colors. So purchase from them if you don't want to make it yourself. Also, don't forget to go over and check out my Patreon where I post 2 exclusive videos every single month. So there is a ton of videos you can go over and binge watch for only $5 a month. Also, if you don't have access to Patreon in your country, you can sign up as a YouTube member instead. If you sign up for the $10 tier on my Patreon, you get a shout out for your small business. I'll have all these brands linked below. From Dusk Soapery on Etsy, LloydCandleCompany.com, HB Royal Retreat Store on Etsy, Nature'sFarmGirl.com, Let's Blend LLC, at Stardust Bath and Body, HempyGirl.com, ShopLevi's.com, Owl and Lily over on Etsy, Skin Lounge Co. over on Etsy, BlackPetalBeauty.com, EmbraceBeautyEssentials.com, LegendaryBathAndBody.com, AstariApothecary.com, Reviga Cosmetics here on YouTube, XoreBB.com, PardoNaturals.com, NaturalStateSkin.com, TheNatureInUs.ca, NearCatalier.com. Use the code on the screen for 20% off. EarthAndAmberNaturals.com, SharkCityNaturals.com, DayToRelaxProducts.com, CrownedGlory LLC.com, LH Scented Soaps and More.com, JanaeRose.com, Health Nut Beauty on Etsy, VelvetTemptations.com, JourneyRoseBeauty.com, CHRBrands.com, Homestead Life Goods on Etsy, CanelaBathandBody.com, MadhouseMamaSoaps.com, Expo.com, Mystical Morning on Etsy, 7th House and Oak on Etsy, and MyCrownAndGlory.com. Thank you so much for you guys' support. Without you guys over on Patreon, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So thank you so much.